Yo, what's the word? It's your boy 16. If you like the content on this channel, I want to ask you like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for post notifications. Also, I got a website at www.16shotonvisuals.com. But that's enough of me talking. Let's get to what y'all came to see. What's the word? Let the people know we got on 16 Shot on Visuals.
Oh yeah, P2 in the building, Young Preem, Southside Jamaica, Queens. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know the vibes.
For sure. First thing I want to ask you is about your name. Like, where did P2 come from?
Shit, the crazy thing is, like, when I first came outside, niggas was calling me Young Preem, Little Preem, Baby Preem, and and then my nigga Queens Flip. You know, one day we was fucking around. I think we was in a bar or a club or some shit, and he just was like, yo, P2. And and then I did an interview with him, and he was calling me P2 the whole interview, so shit, that shit just stuck with me after that, and I jacked it. Like, you gave me the name, but I'm gonna keep that shit, I'm gonna jack it, so I'm P2 now, I guess.
Makes sense. So for the people who not familiar with you, let the people know like exactly who you are, type shit.
Shit, Kenneth Mcgriff's son, man. The big homie, the biggest name ever coming out of New York. Infamous, notorious. My pops is, they call him a legend. They call him the GOAT. Whatever synonym or adjective you want to use. I'm his son. And yeah, P2.
So how has it been in the footsteps of a name that big? Like, it's from childhood to now type shit.
That shit is crazy, bro. Cause it's so much expectations, and people put so much on you as a young kid. So you always want to live up to that name, and it's kind of like you damned if you do, damned if you don't type of situation. Like, do I want to live up to a street legend? I'm probably gonna never live up to his name anyway. So I just I'm gonna keep the legacy alive, but I'm gonna still just do my own thing, just try to make my own legacy and my own name. Cause my pops, he don't really like me living off his name or telling everybody who I am and shit like that. He don't really jack that. But what I be trying to tell him is that I can't hide it. Like, you had me, so it is what it is. But living up to his name, I feel like I got some big ass shoes to fill. But it's a challenge that I'm ready to accept and ready to take on. So, word.
So, was you been his son? Is that something you knew like from the start, or is that something you found out later in life?
No, I definitely found out later on in life. Like, I used to always hear like the little clutters and the little talks when I used to come around. And when you a young boy, like, you don't really know what's going on. You 10 years old in the barbershop, 9 years old in the barbershop, and you hear everybody saying that's such and such son, but you're not really paying no attention. Like, you a young boy, you feel me? So, like one day in the barbershop, one of my pop's mans, you feel me? Like, he was breaking the whole story down to me, and that shit just was blowing my mind. So after I left the barbershop, I went home and I asked my moms, and like, I was like 11 years old, I want to say, and she told me, like, she broke it down to me. She tried the front in the beginning, tried to like brush it off, but I was being adamant about it, like I was on her. So she sat me down, we talked about it, and after that it was up. After that, I ain't gonna lie, like, it's a different type of feeling after that, and I just started coming outside more. Then my pops made a call. He told the dudes from his old stomping grounds to come to my crib, bring me outside. He don't want me in the house no more. Bring me around the dudes, bring me around the fellas and shit. After that, it just been up after that. Like, I've been outside after that.
So I know you said it was kind of crazy being his son, because it's like people looking at you, you're supposed to be this way, or you're supposed to be that way type shit. Like,
yeah.
Was you kind of battling with yourself at a younger age? Like,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, because I was in Catholic school, like, I'm a good kid, I'm playing sports, I'm getting A's and B's in school and shit, and then like in the blink of an eye, like the whole thing just switched, like, and I'm like, damn, when you coming into your own as a teenager, you really trying to find yourself. So when I found out who my dad was or whatever like that, like I'm in that weird space in my life where I'm trying to still find myself and what I want to be and what I want to do, and then it's just like all this shit is just forced upon me at one time, like kind of overwhelming. But that's life. You're gonna be overwhelmed at times. You just gotta take that shit in stride and make the best of it, really. So, I'm never gonna shy away from who I am and nothing like that. I'm never gonna not jack him. I'm gonna jack him to the death. But it's still like kind of weird even to this day. Like, I'm 25 now, but it's still kind of weird, like him being my pops, and like I still hear brand new stories that I never heard before from different people. I run into somebody new, they'll tell me a crazy ass story. So like, it's still like a surreal feeling,
Yeah. I was watching the interview with you and Queen's Flip, and I think he was talking about like the way you used to live life in the past. Like, is it different from how you live now?
Hell yeah, I mean,
so
when you were a young nigga, but the thing about the Queen's Flip interview was like he really know me, like that's really my, you know, that was really my man. Like I was with him every day type shit. Like we was doing everything together. So he really know me. He know the backstory. He know, you feel me? He know enough. You get what I'm saying? Like he wasn't my best friend, but he know enough. So, you know, I feel like it's different stages of your life. Like it's different growth periods and different times of your life. Like you gonna do some young and reckless shit when you're younger. Like not making no excuse for it, but you don't really. You young, like, you know, I mean, everybody say I be making excuses like I'm young because I was around all older niggas, so they feel like I should have. But at the end of the day, people gonna make mistakes and people gotta grow from them shit. So I feel like all the mistakes that I made, all the shit that I did, I definitely learned from it and I'm smarter now and I'm a better person from that shit today.
That's what's up. You know, not to glorify like the past shit like that, but like, do you mind speaking on some of the situations or things that you probably went into?
I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, caught a couple assault charges, fucking scam charges, like, you know, I'm from New York, man. Y'all niggas know what's going on in New York. Like, niggas, we outside, like, you feel me? But I never was into none of that gang shit or nothing like that. Like, I just was, you know, just was a nigga, like, I like money, you feel me? Like, I like looking nice. I like styling in front of the bitches and shit like that. So, yeah, I was outside, nigga. I was in them stores and I was outside, waving at the cameras and shit, leaving out the stores and shit, you know.
When the whispers start coming around, like they like, oh yeah, this Supreme son, shit like that, like, do people start treating you different? Like, people scared of you type shit? Or?
Yeah, you know what's so crazy, bro? Like, outsider that don't know me, I always felt like an outsider that didn't know me, that wasn't from my town. I always felt like niggas was going to try me. But, like, when I was moving from state to state, when I be in Miami, when I be in Atlanta, when I be in Jersey, when I be in Connecticut, like, it's all love, universal. Like, my pops, like, everybody say that he was respected and niggas feared him and all that shit, but I feel like it's all love. Like I never, even niggas that I know he had a problem with, the older niggas that I ran into, like they showed mad love and just mad respect because he really he's more than a street dude. Like he was smart, he was witty, so I feel like niggas respect him completely as a man. So when I run into niggas, like it's all love. Like niggas, it's definitely perks to being Supreme son. Hell yeah. And then when they meet me, they probably have one mind frame or thought of how I am, and then when I'm something totally opposite, that should be like, yo, like this little nigga is an ill little nigga, like he's mad smart for his age, just like that. Like I get that shit all the time from the OG. So, you know, I try to like present myself a certain way. Like they say my father was a gentleman and a gangster, so that's how I try to present myself. Like I want to be a gentleman and a gangster. You feel me? Like but I'd rather be a gentleman. Like niggas don't want the gangster shit to come out.
So, you know, I don't know if you said it earlier in this interview or if it was an interview I was watching before, but you had said something like it was other sides to your father people ain't know about. Like you said he was like directing stuff or something like that.
Hell yeah, like cause what the media gonna do? The media gonna paint the worst narrative of you. Like they're not gonna say no positive. They're not gonna say about the community that you was taking care of, the kids you was sending to school, the parents you was paying their rent, the basketball tournaments, all the good positives. They never gonna do that. So you feel me? Like my pops directed. He was in line to like make a whole series of movies and TV shows way before everybody started doing that shit. Like Dame was making TV and movies and shit like that, but my pops was like, he was one of the first niggas from that culture, from the hood, from the streets to really do that. Like he had a movie out called Crime Partners that he had. The Crime Partners was based on a book of like novels, Donald Goins, which was like a big, he's like a big author in jail that niggas that was in a can, they would read all the Donald Goins book because it was like urban life, like it was about the streets. So my pops basically was reading the books in the can, and like I guess when he was in the can, he said, yo, I gotta make this shit come into a reality. I want to make a movie about these books. So you know he was a different type of nigga. Like he's a visionary, bro. Like so he came home. And he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He made the movie. He got the cast ready. He got a whole lot of favors from niggas in the industry that they was acting in the movies. They did the soundtrack. Like he got $1 million from that soundtrack. Like yeah, like Pops was a different type of nigga. Word.
So you know with him into all these other things, you know, positive things, business moves, shit like that. How did he end up in prison? Like, was he in a process of changing his life? Was he living the same life? Or
nah, he definitely was changing his life. But you feel me? Like when you of that status, when you got that name in the streets, like nigga, them alphabet boys is coming to get you. Like they don't want to hear nothing about you changed your life. They don't want to hear nothing about none of that, nigga. Like you, this person, you got a name. Yeah, we come. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all see what's going on. Y'all see. If you got a track record that precedes you, they coming for you, man. You gotta be squeaky clean. One slip up and that's gonna cost you your life. And you feel me? And that's kinda the road that he went down. So, you know, it is what it is though. God got a plan for everybody in their life, so if that's what happened, that's what happened, you feel me? My pops don't feel no way about it. Like, he's one of them dudes that he not gonna cry over spilled milk. Like, he gonna take that shit on the chin and he going, feel me? He gonna live with his results, like, you know?
Yeah. I noticed a lot of people in New York, like the police, are a little different. They'll come for you down the line, all type of shit.
Nah, they own you out here. Like, it's a different breed, cause I live down south. You feel me? I'll be back and forth from down south to New York, back and forth. I've been in other states, so I see how the police treat dudes in New York. They on some shit like, nah, we on you. But the thing about them, they don't care about little petty shit like weed and none of that. But they'll definitely plant some shit on you though. Like, they'll plant some weed on you or some funny shit like that. Like, if you were out of town, nigga, and like who you think you are coming to New York just out here frolicking, freelancing? Like, nah, nigga, you going to jail, you going to the bookings, you going to Rikers. But they don't really want no little shit. Them niggas want guns and drugs, coke. If you got that, bro, you getting fried out here, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, the guns, they gonna fry you. Like, everybody got guns down south. Like, that's like the way niggas carry their wallets in New York. That's how niggas carry guns down south. But up here, that gun shit, them police is different with that gun shit. They crazy.
So have you ever had troubles with the police just strictly off of who you are? Like, have anyone ever noticed you type shit?
You know, I try to stay under the radar, you feel me? Like, all my life I've been around older niggas, so they taught me the game from when I was young. So I'm a flashy nigga, but when I'm moving around, like, I'll be under the radar, bro. Like, I don't want to attract too much attention to myself because I already know what that come with. Like, and like I said, like, one little slip up, nigga, and that might cost you your life. And you feel me? Like, I'm not gonna be no statistic. I'm not gonna go down the line in the path that I seen countless niggas go down. Like, you feel me? I move different. Like, I move like I got a head on my shoulders. You feel me? So I definitely stay under the radar. Like, I'm off the radar, bro. I just gotta stay out them niggas' way. They gotta stay out my way. I'm gonna stay out their way. That's how that's gonna go.
I seen in a clip you was speaking on like 50 Cent, and you had said something like, I think somebody asked you like, was that your brother or something like that? And what's the situation with that? Like, are y'all related?
I mean, shit, that nigga might as well be Preem, son. The way that nigga be like he 50 one of them niggas, like, he's a smart intellectual nigga. He just, the whole street shit is like a persona. Like, he grew up in the streets, you feel me? But he studied the game, you feel me? So, and one of the best people to study would be my pops. So he studied all my pops' moves. So he act just like my father. So that's some son shit. He might as well be his son. You feel me? Like, even his mannerisms, the way he talked, the way he walked, like, the whole shit is supreme. Like, if you know, you know. Like, and I feel like, you know, yeah, that's Preem's son, nigga. It might as well be. Even if it ain't his real son, it's his son, nigga, at the end of the day. You feel me?
So what did that rumor come from though? Like, what?
I mean, shit, cause people in the street, you know, people gonna speculate and they gonna make rumors up and put rumors out. But if you worth whatever you worth, multi-millions like this dude is, and my pop's been going for 20 years, he been in the can. What is your like need to still bring this man up in your interviews? Like, you got TV shows, you got fucking movies coming out, you got everything going for you. You lit. You on these interviews with good suits on. You lit. What is the reason and the agenda behind you keep bringing up my pops? Like, it's something behind that. So if a nigga feel that strongly about somebody, everybody always say, oh, it's because of allegedly this and this happened to him and this happened to him. Bro, come on, bro. You gotta leave the dead shit alone, bro. You feel me? Like, that shit was 20 years ago. Like, how you taunting a man that's in jail? Like, that's some whole shit. And everybody know that. They just don't want to say that because they from there on 50 dick. But I ain't no dick rider, nigga. I'm gonna tell you what it is, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You ain't doing nothing for me, nigga. And I don't want nothing from you, so I'll let my nuts hang, nigga. I'm gonna tell anybody to their face what's going on and what the real is, and then, you feel me, we just go from there.
So you basically feel like, you basically saying like, since it been all this time and he's still stuck on it, it's probably like some type of emotional connection. Like,
it's gotta be, bro. Like, that nigga feel like his dad left him and abandoned him. Like, my mom is gone, nigga. You my dad. How you abandoned me? And I think this shit is comical, bro. Like, he's really scarred and like hurt. Like, that nigga's like, he got PTSD or some shit from his parents not being around. You feel? I feel for him, but he need to get therapy for that shit. Like, him trolling is not therapy, bro. He needs to really get therapy for that shit.
So the other possibility people was basically saying was like, it might just be because, you know, your father allegedly put a hit out on 50.
Yeah.
And, you know, you probably don't let that go.
Shit, I mean, what the fuck is that? That's speculation, though. He don't got no concrete proof that the nigga did that. What the fuck is you, the police, nigga? Like, what the fuck you mean somebody put a hit out on you, nigga? I mean, what the fuck? So if that was the case, why you ain't do nothing to the nigga? Why you wait till the nigga go to jail to keep getting on these interviews? Like, if a nigga put a hit out on me, nigga, and I live, nigga, it's up. Like, you feel me? I'm not stopping till niggas is out of here. So if a nigga did something to you, bro, don't wait till the nigga go to jail to feel a way about it. Handle that shit while the nigga outside. And that's how I feel, nigga. You a boxer, nigga. You big. You intimidating all these industry niggas. Like, be you. Go get that nigga. Go do something to that nigga.
So with your father and him having their issues on the streets and your father being who he is.
My father don't even know that guy, though.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you.
My father don't know that guy. My father seen him 2 times in his life. He don't know him. My father's fucking 20 years older than this nigga. He's a fucking kid. He's a baby.
So how did the issue arise? Did he like inherit somebody else?
50 grew up in Southside. My pops is Southside, you feel me? So I guess by my pops being a businessman, my pops didn't want to stay in Southside. Like, my pops branched off. My pops just fucking with dudes out of town. He fucking with dudes from the north side. He fucking with dudes from Harlem. My dad, he's a people person. Like, he fuck with everybody, you feel me? That's his personality. He's not just gonna be sectioned off to just Queens, Southside Jamaica, Queens. So, you know, he was fucking with Irv and them. Like, Irv and them was showing them love. The Murder Inc. niggas, Chris and all them was showing them love. My pops was fucking with Chaz, Black Hand Chaz, rest of dead. And, you know, I guess 50 like, yo, why you fucking with all these niggas? Why you ain't fucking with me? I'm from your hood, nigga. And you feel me? Like, he just had a hatred for Ja Rule. And my pops loved Ja Rule. Ja Rule like a son to him. So I guess 50 say, you know what? You want to fuck with them niggas? I'm gonna go at them niggas and show you that them niggas is soft and you should be fucking with me. So it was an ego thing. Like, he loved Preem so much, he wanted that validation from Preem. Like, nigga, look, like, here, look, I'm here. Look at me. Like, I'm 50. Like, you feel me? And my pops, nigga, you a clown. Get the fuck out of here. Get out my face, nigga. And 50 just felt some type of way. So he just put it in his mind that he just was going beef with them niggas. And it worked.
Yeah, I noticed that with 50, like, it seemed like, it's like this in Chicago a lot too, but like, when somebody, around somebody that they don't fuck with, they instantly just enemy. Yeah. And I seen him do that with a lot of people, Fat Joe.
That's the art of war, though.
Yeah.
Like, if you read the 48 Laws of Power, you feel me, that's how I go. Like, if you cool my enemy, you feel me, I'm gonna go after both of y'all. Like, y'all ain't safe, so I'm not saying I'm mad at him because what he did was ingenious. Like, what he did is like a David versus Goliath story, like an underdog story. You feel me? Like, he was the underdog, and then, you know, that shit worked for him. Like, that shit worked in his advantage because he was a street character that they made him into that whole street facade. He got shot 9 times allegedly. I really don't think he got shot 9 times. I think that shit is capped, but whatever. You know, they built him up to be this big ass street dude, gangster rap shit, and, you know, it worked for him. He sold multi-millions of records, but I don't even think he got shot 9 times, bro, to be honest with you. I think that shit is capped. That nigga probably got hit once or twice, man. That nigga ain't get hit no 9 times.
So did a lot of rumors come just from the movie alone type shit? Like,
hell yeah. But also again, in the movie is a movie that he produced, he directed, he acted in it. So it's his story. The movie is his story. So of course he's gonna put things in the movie that favor him and himself. He's not gonna make himself look crazy. He gonna make himself look like a movie character. Movie is fiction. It's not real. Even if it's based on your life, you can still put shit in there to put some sauce or some spice on that shit. Like him beating my pops, Majestic's supposed to be my pops. Everybody know that. So like him beating Majestic up and him working for Majestic and him, but you never worked for my pops, nigga. Like you really like, yo, bro was gone in his head. Like he's really lost in it. Like bro got issues, bro. Like he really got issues, bro. So, but that's something he gotta take up with God, man. You feel me?
I seen you compare like the shit he with the Power Show, compared that to that situation.
That's what I'm saying. Everything he does is derived from Supreme Mcgriff. Every facet of 50's existence comes from Supreme Mcgriff, and that's kind of weird, bro. Like that's borderline gay. Like that's borderline homo, my nigga. Like you basing movies off him. I mean, it's smart and it's weird. Like it's like a weird in between. Like everything he does, bro. Power. Then he got this other shit coming out, and he's filming in Baisley Projects. He bought a garden in Baisley Projects. Like, bro, you fuck is up with you, bro? You need to probably go.
Is that like Baisley Projects? What's that?
That's where my pops is from. Baisley, where my pops is from. So, like, he just stuck on that nigga, bro. Like, he might need to go holler at Preem. Like, him and Preem might need to have a convo. My pops would never do it, but he might need to have a convo with Preem, like a real sit down with that nigga. Like, I say he need therapy. The therapy might be him talking to Preem. I ain't gonna lie. He might need to talk to the big homie.
I ain't gonna lie. Like a lot of people look at the stuff he do and they probably think it's crazy. They don't respect it. But like you right. Like that's one thing I always like notice about him. He's smart as fuck. Like
that nigga's mad. He reads a lot. But the nigga that he was around, like he was around some ill dudes and shit like that when he was coming up. So he like a sponge, bro. Like he just watch and he learn and he observe shit, and then he utilized that shit for his own gain. But that's also in the 48 Laws of Power. Like that should teach you how to structure and live your life. Like niggas, if y'all wanna do something in life, y'all wanna better yourselves, y'all wanna learn how to manipulate niggas, like y'all gotta go get the 48 Laws of Power. That shit gonna give you so much insight. Like I read that shit, bro, and you know you just move with a different type of swag, a different type of energy. That shit just give you so much game, like, you know. And then you being around other niggas that got game, that got multi-millions, like you just soaking all that shit up. So yeah, I mean, I can see why he is a successful ass nigga, you know. And on top of all that shit he do with reading and being around people and soaking up, he a troll. You feel me? So.
And it seems like he'll troll anybody, or cause like I'm not sure about the details, but I think he's having some issues with Stars and Power, some shit. And next thing you know, he's on the internet, like with him supposed to be a director in the business, man. He got on there. Like,
he's a troll.
Yeah, like
that's what people love him for.
Episodes start getting leaked and shit. I don't know if he had nothing to do with that, but
nah, I actually leaked 2 episodes actually, cause I got a couple friends in some high places and shit. So yeah, I fucking leaked, like I leaked the ending of Power. I want to say when Ghost got shot by Tariq.
Oh, good looking. You probably the reason I seen that.
Yeah, like 2 weeks before that last episode came, like I threw that shit on my gram. My man had sent me that shit, and I put that shit on my gram. You know, I like being funny sometimes too, and that shit went viral. Everybody was sending it to everybody, and you know they shoot like different alternate versions just in case a leak happened. Yeah. You feel me? I know all that shit that going on behind the scenes, but yeah, I just wanted to leak because fuck them. I don't care about your viewings, nigga. I'ma leak your shit, nigga.
So I had seen you. I seen two situations. One situation you said you did listen to music. Another one you said you did. So I want to ask you like. Which one was the?
I mean, you growing up in New York, nigga. He was when he came out, he was the biggest nigga in New York. Like I'm a kid going to school, nigga. You feel me? I'm driving in my mother's car. I'm driving to somebody's car, and they listen to the radio. He gonna be on the radio. So you cannot grow up in New York and not listen to 50 music. You feel me? But you know, he had some good hits, nigga. I ain't no hating ass nigga. Like you feel me? I don't like some of the shit the nigga do, but you feel me? He has some shit. Like, but I also tell everybody too, like. I'm not just a nigga that follow the trends or go with the wave. Like I'm gonna break down and dissect different parts of your music and how you came up in the game and your rise to fame. So if you had Dre and Eminem at the inception of your career, at the start of your career, like, how can you not prosper with Dr. Dre and Eminem? Like, that's a no-brainer. Because he was with Jam Master Jay. He wasn't doing shit. He was with these other labels. He wasn't doing shit. He was a ghostwriter. He was putting out all these, like, bro, you know, the sun got to shine on the dog ass every once in a while, you feel me? And he just got lucky, I feel like. He just got lucky. He had to go all the way to LA to get a fucking record deal. But, you know, I feel like God wanted him to be successful, and it happened, bro.
So I had seen you has basically said, like, you really don't have an issue with him for, you know, it's just certain things that he do.
Now, I do have an issue with him. I do.
Oh, yeah?
Because I feel like, nigga, you can't never talk about the dead or a nigga in jail. You never supposed to do that, no matter. If you a street nigga, if you claim to be a street nigga, you know you don't talk about a dead nigga or a nigga that's in jail. And he constantly do that shit. So you's a sucker. So I definitely do have issues with the nigga. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I don't know him personally, so you feel me? I can feel how I feel, but like, what makes me even more mad is that the niggas that another nigga can't tell me how to feel about another nigga. You feel me? So
yeah.
I just be on some shit like, now y'all niggas want this nigga dick so much, now I'm gonna keep going now just to make his niggas mad or his fans mad, because you can't tell me how to feel about another nigga. And he do corny shit, I'm gonna call him out for doing corny shit. You speak on my pops, I'm gonna go on Instagram and say something about you, nigga. Everything is a domino effect. And if you wanna keep the energy going, we just gonna keep it going, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
So what's some things that he do, like when you say speak on the dead and talk about your father?
Like
what's some things he said?
Like, okay, every interview he's done that I've seen, he mentioned my pops in the shit in a negative way. Like, oh, Preem in jail, that's good for that nigga, or don't drop the soap. Like, he'll say some little funny weird shit, and then people that's dead, he'll be like, oh, I don't care if that nigga dead, good for him, or some little corny shit like that, bro. Like, that's unacceptable, bro. That's unacceptable. Make your money and just shut up, bro. You don't gotta do interviews about the dead or nigga in jail. You Curtis Jackson, nigga. You doing TV shows. You on ABC, nigga. What are you talking about dead and niggas in jail for? It's unacceptable, bro. And niggas that support him and like allow him to do that shit, y'all niggas is just dick eaters. No funny shit. Y'all niggas be hiding that nigga dick, bro. Swinging from that nigga dick, bro. Shit is unacceptable.
So, you know, with all the things he do and have done, is it possible, like, would you ever be willing to, like, sit down in front of him and have a man-to-man convo?
I'd probably spit in that nigga face, bro.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'd probably spit in that nigga face, bro. I would probably sit down with him, though.
If you did do it successfully or whatever, like, how do you think your father would feel about that?
If I sat down with him?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't think he'd like that shit. Cause that nigga don't like me doing nothing, but shit, I want to look that nigga in his eyes, bro, like, cause niggas is scared of him and niggas be scared of these other niggas, bro. I'm not scared of nobody, bro. I look niggas in his eyes and I'ma see what type of time he on, but you know, I would just do that shit just to see what he would do, like his reaction. Like, I'll probably spit in that nigga face, bro.
Yeah.
No funny shit. But after we have our talk, we have a long talk, you feel me? And then I'll do that shit, like. just to see what the nigga was, just to see what he would say to me. But I feel like the only reason he would sit with me is because he know that shit'll probably make my pops mad. Like, he's a petty nigga like that. Like, he's just a petty nigga. So, you know, I'ma be petty right along with you. Like, you're not gonna out petty me, nigga.
Is that the reason you had took the picture with his son?
Nah, the story behind me taking the picture with his son is like, we was in a club. We both was two young niggas in a club or whatever, and you feel me? My man, like, I explained this shit on Queen's Flip, but my man had told me, like, yo, like, I'm in the club, I'm drinking, I'm happy to be in the club, I'm lit, everything's a vibe, I'm drinking. My man, like, yo, when we was about to leave, the club was closing down. My man, like, yo, come take this picture with my man. So I'm drunk. It's dark in the club. I'm drunk. You know, I just throw my arm around a nigga. You feel me? Took the picture. Then we went outside. My man, we driving home. My man laughing and shit. So he told me that, you know, that was fifth son, right? And you feel me? I'm not worried about that. What that nigga talking about. I'm trying to get home, trying to go to sleep. You know, it's late and shit. So, you know, I had the picture. He took the picture on my phone, and nobody never seen that picture. And then, you feel me? I sent it to my man that was in LA, and he like, yo, this the illest picture I ever seen in my life, nigga. Like, this shit is monumental. Like, I'm about to post this shit. But his Instagram page is like a page that he got all, like, you know, like some Instagram pages be having like the OG gangsters and niggas from the 80s and niggas from the 90s that was in that game. Like his page is dedicated to them niggas. So he posts some old fire throwback pics. So he posted that shit and he had a big following. You feel me? And that shit went viral. That shit was going crazy. And then once Fifth commenting on that shit, that's what really like, when the nigga said he don't care if you get hit by a bus, when he said that funny shit, like, you know, niggas eat the negative shit up. So they ate that shit up. And it was up after that, you feel me? It was up after that.
Oh, so that picture really pissed him off once he seen it?
That nigga talk about that picture in every interview he did since then. That picture was in 2018. He talked about that shit in every interview. He talked about that shit in his book. That shit ate that nigga soul alive, literally. He probably couldn't sleep like after the first 2-3 weeks after he seen that shit. He probably couldn't really get no sleep.
So do you think he well I probably don't even gotta ask this, but I'm still gonna ask. You think he got an issue with you just from you being his son? Like,
he's a weirdo, so I think he do. He's a weird, but he'll never admit it. Like, I don't think he'll ever admit it, because I seen some shit he was talking about Jimmy Henchman's son, how the whole situation would happen with somebody slapping Jimmy Henchman's son, because he had a little situation with Jimmy Henchman, and you know, allegedly somebody slapped Jimmy Henchman's son or whatever like that. But he tried to say like he don't want kids involved and kids are not involved in all that shit. But you know, he, like I said, that nigga's a weirdo, so he probably do got an issue with me. He probably do, he probably don't. But like I said before, if you gonna talk about my pops, I'm gonna defend my pops. Like, you're not gonna talk about a nigga that's in jail and I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm out here. I'm outside. I'm out here. I'm seeing what you're saying. I would feel like a hoe if I don't speak up for my pops. My pops is on a different type of. He's on a different stratosphere. Like, he's not acknowledging with this nigga, but I'm gonna acknowledge him. I'm gonna say something about it. Cause you're not gonna talk about my pops. That's just how I'm carrying it.
So I had seen like a lot of people was mad about a certain song he had did, and they say he's saying too much or telling.
Ghetto Quran, or yeah, like
he had mentioned.
He said like he mentioned like over 60 people that was selling drugs names in the song. Like, and some niggas say it was dry snitching, some niggas saying it was art, some niggas saying it was creative, but he literally mentioned 60 different people's name in that song. So, you know, I just feel like when you play around, when you tread that fine line of being creative and dry snitching, like you gotta really be like, you know, like what are you doing this for? Like what was your reason for that? You know, I just feel like he shouldn't have did it, you know. But it was a good song, but I know a lot of the OGs fuck with the song, and then a lot of them say he was dry snitching, so it's like mixed thoughts and mixed emotions about it. But he's dry snitched in several songs. It's not just one song. Like, over 10 songs he said some shit that's implicating somebody in some type of way or some shape or form. So like 50, 5-0, dry snitching, like it's like some type of correlation with that. I don't know, like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Did anybody ever had any like repercussions for any of them songs? Like, that I mean, not even getting just prosecuted, probably just getting snatched up.
But that's just unnecessary light. Like, if a nigga doing this dirt, like you mentioned his name, that's unnecessary. That's unnecessary light that's on that person now. Like, you feel me? Like, you know, I don't know deep if it made somebody's situation worse, but I know him bringing it back to the light definitely didn't help it. So if you're not helping a nigga, you really hurting them. You feel me? So that's how that shit go. And he know what he doing. Like, it's not like he don't know what he doing. Like, I'm telling you, this nigga, he reads. He's the intellect. Like, the gangster shit is just the persona. He's really smart, so he know what the fuck he doing. He's a chess player, you feel me? But, you know, that chess player, he got, you feel me? You see where that shit got him.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with some of the things you know, say in music. Or even like if the police watching you, you gotta even be careful who you even.
Cause they gonna use that shit in court.
Yeah.
They gonna use any little thing they can use in court, and then you gonna be like, well, I ain't give them no direct. You know what you're doing, man. Come on, we're not even gonna play that shit. You know what you're doing, bro.
Like, I don't know the exact details of this situation, but I remember coming up, I seen like Murder Inc. had issues just from being like affiliated with your father or something.
Hell yeah. Like, you feel me? Like I said, like they wanted him so bad. Like, anybody that attached or associated themselves with him, like it was like a microscope on them. And you feel me? Like I said, them alphabet boy, they not playing, so they gonna fuck with you and fuck with you till they feel like they wanna stop fucking with you. You feel me? So they fuck with them niggas, had them in court, and then once the feds is on you, everybody wants to back away from you because they don't want that shit on them. So you know, that kind of isolated everybody from them, and then they was going through they dry spell. So everybody feel like, oh, 50 ended Ja Rule, 50 ended Murder Inc. And it really wasn't him. It was really the feds. Like, they don't know. They only see what niggas is putting out. Like, he's trolling. He's making diss records the whole time. These niggas is fighting the Fed case with no money coming in because the feds is stopping their business. So it was really 95% the feds that led to Murder Inc. downfall. It had nothing to do with Curtis. It was the feds, you feel me? But a nigga will make it seem like I ended them niggas over a couple records. Like, come on, bro. Niggas gotta really read into a situation and not just take one person's side and just listen to whatever he's saying and not know the facts. Like, nigga, them niggas is fighting a Fed case. How the fuck they gonna make diss records back to this nigga or worry about this nigga? They worrying about going to jail for 30 years.
Yeah, you can't really talk at this point.
Yeah.
Them don't even want to make a regular song.
Yeah, like, and then the nigga Ja, he known for pop songs and shit like that. Like, you bringing, you so fucking annoying. You bringing this man out of his lane and he trying to, you feel me? Like, he said he 50 like a little gnat that you just tied, like you just keep swatting that shit and that shit still come back. Like, eventually you gonna want to crush that shit. Like, you tired of the gnat flying around in your ear, buzzing in your ear. So that's why, but I always felt like, even from a little kid, I always felt like Ja should have never even responded to that nigga, because if a nigga keep trolling, keep talking, and you never say nothing to him, then you feel me? Like, he might leave. He might go to somebody else. But I feel like Ja kind of took the bait. He kind of took the bait, and he played into the nigga hands. And you feel me? Like, you can't play a nigga at his game. You gotta play your game. You're not supposed to. But there's all the learning experience. You feel me? Like, my niggas is still doing good. My Murder Inc. niggas, they still up. They still legendary in the game. They still made history. You feel me? So niggas can't take nothing away from them. You feel me?
Yeah. It's kind of crazy to me when I think about it. Like just trying to put myself in his mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause around the time when 50 started, like tripping with your father and shit like that.
Yeah.
He was still on a come up, correct?
Yeah, that's a fact.
And your father was basically like who he is in the city. Like, they don't seem kind of like crazy or suicidal to come from a motherfucker like that. That's just cause he affiliated with somebody, like, like.
Yeah, but it was on wax though. Like, he would never say nothing to my dad in person. He wouldn't never go to that extreme. It would be on a record. It would be on wax, and then he'll see a nigga that know my pops, or he'll see a nigga from Murder Inc. and he'll say everything is all good, everything is all cool. Then the nigga will leave them niggas from where he seen them at and go right, make us do all that and do all that. That's what I'm saying is they built that character to be a certain way. Like, cause if I see a nigga and I got smoke with the nigga, it's up. You feel me? It ain't no, yeah, nigga, yeah, we cool, nigga, ain't no problem. Then that's like the WWF, my nigga, the WWE, you acting, bro. So I mean, you feel me? But I don't think he would never, like, if he seen Preem, nigga, the nigga probably be like starstruck almost, like, or damn, my dad. Wow, like, he wouldn't even have no words to explain that shit. So I feel like he did he definitely took advantage of some real niggas. He outsmarted them, really. He really outsmarted them.
So most kids, they follow their father footsteps, or at least want to. Yeah. What made you not want to go in the same route?
I mean, shit.
I'm him get rich off of it.
Yeah, I'm smart enough to know, nigga, that road lead to two places, nigga. And I definitely don't want to be in them two places. So I try to like, kind of sort of do my own thing. You feel me? Like, what he did was his era, and it's a new era, it's a new time. I'm a second, more improved, better version of him. So I'm gonna do some other shit. You feel me? But I'm still gonna take the jewels he gave me. I'm still gonna learn from him, but I'm gonna just flip that shit and do it in my own way. But I never wanted to like sell drugs. I never wanted to be, you feel me? Like, I don't even think niggas that sell drugs want to sell drugs. Like, I just think that's just their situation. That's the predicament they in. Like, they force their hands. Cause if you in poverty, your friends are selling drugs, you in the projects or however it go. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do if you in this environment, everybody's doing this shit? 9 times out of 10, you gonna follow that. You want money, you want the nice clothes, you wanna do what they doing, you wanna drive the nice car. So that's just how that shit go.
So have you ever like tried to fuck with it and just felt like it just wasn't for you?
Nah, I just never, hell no. I remember I played baseball, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, I mean, I started scamming and doing all that shit after all that, you feel me? But I never wanted to sell no drugs. Hell no. I feel like that's some old ass shit. That's some old man shit, selling drugs, you feel me? I mean, niggas still getting their bag, niggas still getting money, but I always feel like that's some old man shit, nigga. Like, nigga, it's 2017, you selling drugs, nigga. Like, it's still fiends out here, nigga.
You talking about 2017? It's
I'm talking about like you feel me back then, like nigga.
Oh yeah.
Not now, and even now, nigga, you selling niggas 2021, niggas is doing. You feel me, niggas?
Is really going
nigga,
crazy
niggas is up 200, 400K with the pandemic, nigga. You out here hand to hand and shit, nigga. Like you bugging the fuck out, nigga.
Taking way more chances.
Hell yeah.
All type of shit. So with your father living the way that he was living, money shit like that, like. Did some of that trickle down to you coming up?
Did the money?
Yeah, like.
Hell no. That shit was going, nigga. I ain't get to reap none of them benefits of that bread, nigga. I don't know. Hopefully, man, 20 years from now, nigga, that nigga got a note written for me somewhere telling me where to go get some bread at. Somewhere fucking in Miami or somewhere in Vegas or some shit like that, buried or something. But hell no. That shit was going, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Mama Love had to, she had to get to it. But that shit, hell no, nigga. I wish I would be on some... I don't know. I'll be on some other shit though. I was gonna say a name right now. I don't want to say nobody's name. That's crazy, but nigga, I wish he left some chicken for me, nigga. Nigga, I'll be worse than what I'm already in, man. Right.
You know, a lot of rappers glorify him and have pictures with him. Do they ever like reach out to your family or ever
Nah,
like,
hell no. But niggas just do that for the show. Like that's the whole thing with the whole shit with the entertainment business. Like niggas a name drop. They'll say this, they'll say that. But I mean it's it is what it is. I used to take that shit personal, but I learned from him telling me, us having talks like, niggas don't owe you shit, bro. At the end of the day, you a man, you gotta go get it on your own. So, but a couple of them did. Like I've been around a lot of industry niggas like that, but I never wanted no niggas to give me no handout. I would rather a nigga give me an opportunity to work or make my own shit. I never wanted a handout, but a couple niggas reach out, couple niggas don't, couple niggas should, couple niggas won't. But that's how life go. That's how the game go. You just gotta keep it pushing, keep it moving. You feel me? You can't let that shit stop whatever you got going on, whatever you doing. Like like I used to feel real strong about that shit. Like I used to be mad. I used to want to do shit to niggas. But I'm like, nah. You know what? At the end of the day, I just gotta focus on me, bro. I gotta get to it at the end of the day. Word.
You been paying attention to the little celebrity boxing movement they've been having going on?
Oh hell yeah! Like which one you talking about though, in particular?
Like, I think I seen something with somebody from Chicago, JoJo Capone, and somebody else supposed to be
Hassan
boxing.
Campbell? Like the YouTube niggas, and then King Erna and Paparazzi?
Yeah, that.
Okay, so like you saying like if I'm going or like if I'm like...
Would it be somebody that you would want to fight?
Yeah, they trying to... Yeah, I spoke to Zab Judah the other day. Like Zab trying to get me in that shit. Like Zab is my homie and shit like that. So Zab reached out to me, asked me that I want to be a part of the card. I would be the main event. He asked me that I want to fight niggas. So I told him, yeah, I'll fight Queens Flip. I'll fight whoever, nigga. He you feel me? He threw a couple other names out there that I think niggas would be interested in me fighting. So we probably gonna get that paperwork and all that shit done probably by the next maybe next week or two. But I'm definitely about to get on my celebrity exhibition boxing shit because the bag is there. You feel me? And I want to punch a couple of them niggas in their mouth anyway. But it ain't going to be no hard feelings after that. We going to go in there, we going to box, we going to shake hands, and that's going to be that. But hell yeah, bro. But as far as with the King Erna and Poe shit, like, that's going to be some funny shit, my nigga. I ain't going to lie. Them niggas is some funny niggas, bro. Like, that's going to be some funny shit. Even if I'm not on the card, I'm going to that fight. I want them niggas to damn near kill each other. Like, I don't want them niggas going in there playing with that shit. I want them niggas to kill each other.
They got like real beef type shit?
Nah, King Erna don't like Alpo. Like King Erna,
also,
yeah, you feel me? So I guess, he not gonna fight Alpo, so he Paparazzi stepped up, issued. But what's the crazy thing about that is because they doing that shit now, but I had reached out to Poe. My man was wanted to do the exhibition shit, and he told me to reach out to Poe. Poe was supposed to fight somebody that we had lined up for him, but the nigga kind of did some weird shit he did some other shit and now he fighting a whole other nigga. He went to some whole other company. So like initially he wasn't even going to do that shit. Like we had the shit set up for him to do a boxing event with somebody else, and then I look up on the internet he doing a whole nother boxing event. So I'm like damn, bro, you did niggas like that, bro. You wasn't even thinking about no boxing, but get your money, nigga. I ain't worried about you. But the niggas that he went to to go do the shit now. They hit me up and want me to be in a part of the shit and you know all that. So yeah, nigga, we gonna get it's enough money for everybody to eat. So we gonna eat, nigga. We gonna eat. If they offer me the right bag, nigga, I'm gonna fight, nigga. Might fight Poe after he fight Erna. We might set up another day. I might get in the ring with Poe, nigga. Like, word. I think niggas will want to see me fight Poe. Why not?
For sure. Speaking of Poe, like you know Alpo, like
yeah,
with him being the person he was and he did the shit he did, you know, with the telling, and he kind of like, well, from what I hear, he's still like walking around New York untouched. Like, how do you feel about that when it's people like your father that's in jail?
I mean, for me, like, that nigga did what he did, but you know, he not in protective custody or nothing. I mean, I don't really know that nigga situation like that. Like he 2 generations ahead of me, but you know, I feel like the real gonna be the real, and then whoever ain't real ain't gonna be real. You feel me? But I really, you feel me? Like, that shit is a touchy subject and a tricky subject. You feel me? Because I know a lot of niggas that was talking about the nigga, he ran down on them, and them niggas ain't do nothing. You feel me? So I just feel like that's weird. But he's definitely not walking around New York. He might walk around certain parks or whatever like that, but I don't think he walking around Brooklyn
every day.
Yeah, I don't think he walking around Brooklyn. I don't think he, you feel me? He probably walk around Harlem, but because the Harlem niggas be on his dick, they be dick riding that nigga. You feel me? Like, because at the end of the day, he did whatever he did, but they glorify that nigga in Harlem or whatever like that. I just think that shit is weird. Some niggas don't like him. Some niggas like him. Some niggas like that. All this shit is some. Even the streets is becoming like the industry. Like this street shit on some weird wacky fake shit. Like niggas, this whole life is just weird, bro. Like you can't talk about a nigga that nigga pull up on you. You all smiles and hugs and shit. Like tell that man how you feel, and y'all do what y'all do. What men do. You feel me? But I don't know, but that nigga probably won't go to no DC though. I know that he ain't gonna go to DC.
Also, basically, like in Harlem, they don't care about the talent.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
he didn't tell him nobody in Harlem, right? Or how did that work? He told him like a certain area.
Shit, I don't really know, but I know. I mean, at the end of the day, he told at the end of the day. You feel me? But
cause you know how
it's been videos of the nigga driving around Harlem, no walking around Harlem. So if a nigga ain't do nothing to him, that show you how niggas in Harlem is. Harlem, I never really feel like Harlem. A lot of like 85% of Harlem niggas ain't tough. Them niggas, Harlem niggas just got the gift of gab. They known for getting flashed like that, but them niggas ain't really tough like that. You feel me? So, and it speaks volumes of what's going on right now. Maybe 10% or 15% of niggas in Harlem is tough. Niggas just get money and they got a good talk game. They fast talkers, but niggas ain't known for being tough. You feel me?
Cause I noticed I noticed some organizations, especially like certain Hispanic organizations, certain areas. They feel like telling is cool as long as you don't tell on one of yours, and then you know
that shit they telling a goddamn lie, nigga. If you tell, you a fucking rat, nigga. If you a rat, that's one of the worst. That might be the worst attachment that can be on your record. Like you being a rat that's nasty work, bro. Like, but at the end of the day, if a nigga getting money and he ratted and he getting money, he come home, he got money, niggas gonna ride his dick because they want some money. So niggas don't got no morals no more, bro. That's why I said this.
That's for sure.
That's why I said the streets is becoming commercial and the streets is becoming like the industry. So I just try to stay away from all that shit together. Like I just like staying with my niggas. My niggas is official. My niggas is A1. We gonna do what we do. We gonna be over here and we gonna let all the rest of the goofy shit be over here. Like we don't even want no attachment, no parts of that shit, bro. Cause word, if a nigga told once, he gonna tell again.
Yeah, I agree with what you said about the money and fame. Like I feel like
that's the biggest drug, bro. Yeah. Niggas think crack and all that shit, nigga. Fame and fame and the love and the want for attention. That's the biggest drug, nigga.
People accept anything from
nigga. Me personally, I feel like the 3 biggest killers and the 3 biggest things that's gonna get you fucked up in life is your ego and your love for money and your greed and love for money and your greed and love for attention. Those are the 3 things that's gonna get you fucked up every time, nigga. Every time that shit never fails, nigga, you're gonna end up dead or in jail from your emotions. Cause a lot of niggas make a lot of decisions of their emotions. They not thinkers, nigga. So your emotions, your ego, and your love for attention and money, that shit gonna get you fucked up at the end of the day.
So before we close out, is there anything else you wanna put out there? Any shout outs? Anything you wanna get off your chest?
Nah, I'm tired, man. I'm not shouting nobody out no more, nigga. 2021, nigga, worry about you, nigga. Do you, nigga, like.